Tonight on 14 News, we will be discussing the popular question on why the Vikings were such successful raiders. Our guest speaker tonight is none other than Professor David White. David.
Thank you, Nick.
So tell us, David, what key techniques did the Vikings use? The Vikings were very fond of the weapons they used. They knew how to use them and when to use them. The Vikings had their weapons sharpened to a razor every time before battle. They used a sword, a sax, which is like a knife or a dagger. They also used an axe. The Vikings often didn't need much protection. They used a small circular shield and occasionally chainmail. Although the Vikings weren't the best at battle, they used good battle tactics. Here are some of them. The Vikings would often try to outnumber their opponents. For example, the army of AD 892 managed to gather around 6,000 men, leaving the opponents to 1,000 men. The Viking ships were also pretty useful in the way that they could sail in very shallow depths of the sea, and they could survive when they were sailing in rough seas. The first of these attacks were destroying the famous Abbey of Lindisfarne in England in 793. The Vikings marked the beginning of a new era in which people lived. The weapons that they used often weighed around 50 pounds, and even a blade became as long as 100 centimeters. The blade was typically 4 to 6 centimeters wide. The hilt and pommel provided the needed weight to balance the blade, and the total weight of the sword was ranging from 2 to 4 pounds. Typical swords weigh in end of this range.